It has been interesting to read all the articles about Chevrolet and its 100th anniversary over the last couple of weeks. Chevrolet, the brand, like Ford, its arch competitor across town, has been inexorably linked to the American fabric for a century. Regurgitating what has already been written is something I won't do, but shedding light on my own Chevy stories is something I can do. Following is just one of them. First of all, to say that the 50s and 60s were a different era in automotive history is not painting a proper picture of just how different it was. Detroit was much more of a freewheeling mindset back then. Car executives were bold, decisive, conniving even, creative and power-hungry personalities who inevitably went with their gut instincts. It was a world that was 180 degrees different from what goes on today. And no one represented the spirit of the business more than Bill Mitchell, GM's chief of design, or styling, as it was called back then. Mitchell was bold, powerful, flamboyant, recalcitrant, maniacal, brilliant, frustrating, and probably every other adjective you can think of for someone who was one of a kind. He was smart enough to know that he had inherited the legacy of the great Harley Earl, GM's first styling chief, and he never for a second forgot that fact, or let anyone else forget it either. And he played it for all it was worth with a swagger and strut that haven't been seen in this town since. Having heard countless first-hand stories about the man and his ballistic fits in the styling studios while cajoling his troops to go further and reach higher, I can shed light on a slightly different side to him too, because after all, he lived just a block away from my house growing up. Back then, Mitchell liked to have his favorite car toys of the moment delivered to his house on Friday afternoon so he could enjoy several of them over the weekend. That meant everything from the original Corvette Stingray Racer or the famed XP700 Corvette Bubble Top show car to the first Mako Shark Corvette and a concept called the Corvair Sebring Spider, a wild racing-inspired show car with dual cut-down racing windscreens and 3 pipes curling out and around each side in the back. Once I got this Friday afternoon ritual down pat, I would case out Bill Mitchell's driveway to see what cars were delivered for his amusement. Then, early Saturday morning, I would ride my bike over to his house and basically camp in his driveway, inspecting every inch of the machines in repose there, waiting for Mitchell to emerge. One Saturday morning, Mitchell came out and had me hop in for a ride up to the local drugstore in the Corvair Sebring Spider. The run up to the drugstore took 15 minutes start to finish, but from that moment on, I was hooked on the automotive thing, and over a couple of years' time, I got to ride in every significant GM styling concept car of that era, including the original Stingray Racer, which to this day is still my all-time favorite car. You can read more of my stories in my column this week in AutoExtremist.com.
What if we always settled for the first thing that came along? Then we'd never have gotten here. Introducing the Sonata Hybrid from Hyundai.